Hey, everybody, and welcome once again to Wholesale.fm. I am your host, Kevin Gallagher. We are the original voice of Wholesale, and I want to thank you so much for joining us here on today's podcast. Joining me is the owner of Mass Vision, Anthony Masiello. And Anthony, I want to say welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, Kevin.
Hey, give me a little bit about your background, how Mass Vision, the company, got its start, and excuse the pun, but your vision, what it is you wanted to set out to do.
Sure. I started in the retail kiosk business 10 years ago. We started with one kiosk. I had a partner, Phil. Him and I quickly moved to 4 kiosks in different malls around the upstate New York area. We did that for around 3 years, and then I decided to get into wholesaling, which I started in 2004. My partner, Phil, to this day still handles the retail end of our business. I manage the wholesale. We also do around 50 fairs and festivals every year, beginning late April and ending in early October. I personally do some of the festivals myself, which I enjoy. I'm able to monitor some of our sunglass styles and get good customer feedback, which in turn helps my wholesale customers because I can know what to recommend to them and what sells.
Right, so you know which ones to go out and buy because you know what's moving then.
Yes, I personally test a lot of our styles with actual retail customers. And like I said, I'm then able to pass that knowledge on to my wholesalers as well as my other retailers. And they can, supply the right styles to their customers.
Right. Now, I think you said just before that you've been in business since about 2004, correct?
Yes. Mass Vision has been in business since 2004.
So what changes have you seen, in the business from that time till now in 2011?
Number one would be price increase. Back, in year 2000 up until 2006, every website had the same price structure, the same discounts. A lot of the styles were the same. Nowadays, everyone has their own brands. Prices are a bit more expensive, for good styles. There's always the cheap dollar store stuff out there, but the prices have gone up.
Now, for you, when I sit here and I think about the sunglass business, I would expect that the busiest time of year would be, I guess, in summer. But is that actually the case?
Well, I tell my employees that the official start of the season is February 1st. Obviously there's still snow on the ground in, half of the country at least. But February 1st is when people start getting ready for spring as far as vacations. April, May, and June are the 3 busiest months.
Really?
And then it starts to go down after that. July and August is still busy, but I don't know. A lot of people will buy their sunglasses early in the year and, hopefully hold on to them until the end of summer.
Yeah, I know for myself, I wear sunglasses year-round because I know here in Connecticut, where I am, you get a lot of glare off the snow if you have a lot of snow on the ground, and it seems a good pair of sunglasses will cut that glare out, and for me, I can just see far more clearly than if I have them off.
Yeah, exactly, and a polarized style is a great pair of glasses to cut glare on the snow or the water.
Now, what trends do you see, coming up in your industry?
Well, every couple of years there's new trends. Most of the trends are usually led by Hollywood. Besides that, you have your aviator styles, which it's a classic pair of sunglasses that was started by Ray-Ban, 40 years ago. Aviators are still hugely popular. There's tons of colors for men and women, tons of different styles. Wayfarers as well. Again, Wayfarers were started by Ray-Ban. They offer tons of different colors and designs, and I don't think those are going anywhere. Shutter shades. Shutter shades were popular around 3 years ago. Surprisingly, they're still very popular. Most of the customers will see them on my website and kind of laugh and shrug them off. But if I can convince them to purchase the shutter shades and put them out at their stores or at their festivals, they're shocked on how many kids still go crazy over these. And when I do festivals myself, I wouldn't go to a festival without 3 or 4 dozen shutter shades because it'll carry, half of my festival.
That's wild. They still sell.
The shutter shades are good. I mean, you got to try them. They look funny, but they work.
But they work. And the thing is, I'm sure there's a lot of places where, if I'm a commercial buyer and I'm buying this type of product, I'm buying sunglasses for the store I buy for. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of places where I can go on the web, I can go and look and find, a number of different companies that do, sunglasses at wholesale. Mm-hmm. What are really the competitive advantages? For me, the buyer that's out there, why should I go to Mass Vision and buy sunglasses from you?
Well, first off, we understand our retailers because we are a retailer. When you go online, you might call a company that might not even speak English. You might call a company with a pushy salesman who might give you a discount, but they're going to put glasses on you that they're sitting on for 2 years that don't sell. They just want to get rid of them.
Right.
I own this company, and I answer the phone. And I like to connect with my retailers. Pretty much the more they sell, the more I sell. Another thing I have is I offer a mixed dozen. Typically when you buy a box of sunglasses wholesale, you're buying 12 pair of the same style. In my mixed dozens, you'll get 12 pair of different styles. I have around 6 different mixes that I can custom make for my customers. And that's great for customers who have limited space or might just want to see samples of my product. And even for just an individual who doesn't own a business, because I do have no minimum order. So if there's one person who wants to buy a pair of sunglasses for themselves and their friends, they can buy a box at a ridiculously low price.
So they could buy like a dozen.
They can buy a dozen, and it can be 12 different pairs. So they can have 12 different pairs for themselves. They can give them to friends. So our mixed dozens are something that most companies don't have. And there's a couple companies that I've seen do have them. They kind of pre-package them. They might package them every month. But mine, I kind of custom package them as they're ordered.
Right.
It takes time, but it pays off.
It pays off in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any new products or licensings coming out for next year in 2012 that you would want buyers to be aware of?
Well, we did just launch our second website. It's massvisioninc.com. It's very similar to our current website. It just has a new look and feel. We are going to run both websites. It's the same product, same prices. We're just going to use it to hit a different market.
Right. What are your websites so that the buyers know who are listening to this?
The first one is massvisionsunglasses.com. And our new website is massvisioninc, which is INC.com.
Mm-hmm. And you were saying that you have a different focus for each one. What is the difference in the focus?
Well, on our original website, it's focusing on designer-inspired products, which customers love. Customers want to get as close to the actual brand name as they can, with the logos or the designs. So our first website, it's got a lot of categories. It really breaks everything up as far as designer-inspired. The second website, we are not using the designer-inspired. We just have smaller categories, where on the first website there might be, say, 40 different categories of sunglasses.
Right.
The second website, it's around 10 different categories.
Okay.
It's just a little smaller website. It's a little easier to navigate. It's not as confusing. There's not as much going on. You pretty much log on to the website. You have the categories in your sunglasses, and that's it.
So where do you see your company, where do you see Mass Vision in like 5 years or 10 years down the road?
Well, the next 5 years, our goal will be to expand our customer base in the U.S. as well as overseas. We're going to continue to keep supplying our customers with hot-selling sunglasses. We get new styles in every week. We're trying to make our presence known through social media. Ultimately, our sunglasses are going to speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Now, real quick, if I have a buyer that's listening to this podcast right now and they want to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, we do have 24-hour live customer service on the phone. That's another thing that most companies don't have. they might have live chat. But you can call our toll-free number. The number is 877-609-9968. That's 877-609-9968. Whether it's late Sunday night or 4 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, you can call our toll-free number, and we'll answer your questions. If you just want to chit-chat, that's fine. You can also contact us via email. There's a contact form on our website, which we check every 10 minutes throughout the day. So as far as getting a hold of us, it's very simple. And if you have any questions, even if you don't want to buy from us, if you just want to chat about your ideas or your past dealings with any other company, that's fine.
Yes. Hey, that's great. I want to thank you so much for joining me here on the podcast today. I'm here with Anthony Masiello, who is the owner of Mass Vision, and thank you for joining me here on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Kevin.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Stay tuned for upcoming interviews with the industry's leading movers and shakers. Wholesale.fm and the voice of Wholesale talks directly with suppliers, manufacturers, liquidators, show promoters, trendsetters, and more. This is Kevin Gallagher, the voice of Wholesale.fm. Stay tuned for more great podcasts, and remember to check out our sister site, GetThatWholesale.com, the Internet's largest wholesale directory. You can contact me for more information on how to advertise or for an interview by calling 888-358-7822. Once again, that's 888-358-7822 at extension 707. Thank you.